Salutare tuturor, Ciprian Bolan aici. Bine ați revenit pe canalul nostru Wow News și să nu vă mire dacă în următoarele momente o să o dăm un pic pe engleză, pentru că astăzi am o invitată care nu este din România. Alături de mine este Valeriia Tarabakina, terapeută specializată în tratamentul psihosomatic și este astăzi alături de mine ca să discutăm un pic despre ce înseamnă lucrurile acestea puse în contextul războiului care se desfășoară deja de mai multe luni. Welcome, Valeria.
Thank you.
It's
very
nice
to be here.
Yeah, it's nice to have you here. So tell me a little bit about you in the beginning. Let the people at home know you a little bit. So where are you from?
I'm from Kiev, and me and my family, my kids, my mom, my pet, we all moved from the war on 24th. Actually, on 28th we crossed the border, and we came to Romania here to just feel safe. That happened several months ago, so I've a bit used to being here, and I want to thank you, all Romanian people I met on my path, who really helped us, who showed the best of them, and I really appreciate the way you guys treat us. Thank you very much.
And I'm going to tell you again, Vitaiu v Românii.
Thank you.
Welcome to Romania. So you took the decision to leave Ukraine right away. Like after 4 days you were already in Romania, and what other options do you think about at the moment? Because you didn't really know if you're going to stay in Bucharest, right?
Yeah, correct. It would not be the destination for me for ages, for years. I would love to get back to my home. I really miss it. I really miss the unity of my family because my husband is there. So for me, the decision was just to move away from something frightening. And it was that moment that everyone thought the same way. We all just went away from something, but we didn't know for sure. And many people do not know for sure right now as well where to land and for how long. So for me, that was the option of several countries, but some circumstances made me choose this way, and well, I'm pretty fine with it.
And I'm happy that you feel welcome here. How did your children adapt to the whole situation?
Children were actually the key component for the decision, because here in Bucharest we found the school, international one, that was eager to provide them with places. And due to that, we decided to move here. I have teenager, and that explains quite a lot of difficulties she has already in her in her life, and to pile on this war situation is not something you would like to survive when you are teen. So she adapts the way she can. She's a really big help for me and for all our women team. And the younger one, Christina, my elder daughter is Ivana, and the younger one, she is almost 8. She went to the 2nd grade, and she met a lot of friends there at the school. So, well, it worked in some kind for the benefit of everyone of the family. It worked fine.
So you're a therapist, but at the same time you got to face these challenges with your family as well. So how does this dynamic work?
Well, it helps you to understand people even more, because you're always a human at the beginning.
Of course, yeah.
So when you go through something by your own, you can find the solution and you can share this solution or the option to see something in another perspective, because your solution might not be unique and the best for everyone. It's not everyone's best choice.
It works for you.
But it works for you, and at the moment you have widened your perspectives from one shortened one, and see that there are several ones, and you can choose with pros and cons, but you can choose, it's up to you. Then you can help others to find their solutions at the situation when they feel like tightened into one specific decision, or they feel they have no decision at all. But there is always a decision, but it always has its price. Yeah.
And you help them open their eyes, so to speak. That's what you do best as a therapist, right?
Well, I do help them to be really clear with themselves on the topics where they do not want really to take a look at, because all our symptoms, all our states, all the emotions that we feel like not welcoming, that we would like to be out of, all those negative, let's say that, emotions. All this comes from the situation when something goes in the wrong way, as we consider. We would like something to be this way, and it goes wrong. So at this point, we might see another solution. But for this, we have to be really clear with ourselves, honest. Honesty is the key word actually for the therapy, because lots of helping issues come from the point when the person finally can see something clearly with his own eyes.
Well, it is as they say, honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
But I'm curious how everything works in the context of war, because I think your patients all of them were affected in some sort of way by the war. They had to leave their homes. The families were torn apart. They don't know when they're going to see each other again. So how did you help them? How are you helping them right now?
I would say that the war has not brought actually nothing new.
Oh, really?
Mostly all the situations, all the issues people facing right now are those sharpened things they've had previously, but it was just covered with routine, with something that helped them to adjust, not to feel that little itchy in their life.
That was disrupted by the war.
And right now, all those benefits of the usual life were removed, and they just have faced mostly something that was already there, mostly in relationships, because all our troubles mostly come from the place of relationship with something, with ourselves, with the family members, with society. It's all about how do I feel about myself in relation to others, to something.
Yeah, because we're social beings. We like to be around other people, even though sometimes we don't act like that. Let's just say like that.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so this field of study, the psychosomatics, it basically focuses on the fact that you may have some problems, you may have some aches, you may have some, I don't know, mysterious disease, so to speak, and everything comes from the brain. I mean, of course, your psychological state influences the way you sleep, your digestion, so on and so forth. But I think there's more than meets the eye here. Please, tell me.
Well, there is quite specific connections in the way our body helps us to deal with something that is on our mind. And it's really beautiful to see in each case how the body struggles to help. But as we take it as a disease, as illness, as something that causes us pain, that we could get relief from. But let's discover this on the examples. For example,
okay, sure.
One person came with the case of the feet damaged with bacterial influence. Okay. So her feet were dry and she had wounds due to those processes that went on.
So it was bugging her all day.
Yeah, she couldn't look at it. It was not really nice to walk.
Of course, yeah.
So it was a problem that you would hardly connect with psycho. Yeah, what is it all about your thoughts? But it was really about the thoughts. Because when we went deep, what we found is, my question was what she was not really into touching with her feet. And it was not direct, but somehow we went to the topic of the husband. It was the husband who she was not really into touching, because the relationship went cold, not that sufficient anymore, not that fulfilling, and she felt not that good anymore at that relations. So the way for you to treat this, either to get off the relationship you feel yourself not good in, you cannot choose, you cannot change another person, you cannot influence another person, you cannot make someone make you happy.
You can make do with what you have, or just
leave. You either
Change
take it or break it.
Yeah.
So it was the honest choice for this person. Either you leave and you find another man, or stay single, or stay in other condition without the lack of emotional connection with this man, but still without his being there for you. Yeah, you have a lot there. Yeah. On the other hand, you may stay there, but then you should adjust to this and take it as it is, not as the fantasy you have. Yeah, because my husband, he has to be like this, and like this, and if he's not, I'm gonna suffer. So if you stay there, you should take the look at the situation in which you will not suffer. And she found this.
So you got to find a balance between meeting some needs and managing expectations.
Yep,
to
correct.
have a happy life, to enjoy your life.
And sometimes it's possible in just a second, when the insight comes and the person just really got hit by the idea, oh, I can take a look at this in another perspective. Wow. And everything's changing. But sometimes it takes months, it takes years, because people may be really struggling with something. They may get stuck in something that was brought from their childhood, for example, when they saw the specific model of behavior in their family. And they just cannot live like this just with realization. They need to go through specific processes that might give them to let this go and to build another way of thinking. So the therapist might take like 10 minutes or might take quite many sessions. It depends on the person's readiness, I guess, to go there. Sometimes you need really just a small push to go.
Like a small win, like a gust of wind.
Yeah. And in this case I've mentioned, when we found this concept and she found her own solution, it was not like I would say to her what to do. Leave your husband, stay with him, he's right. No, she's supposed to find her inner truth in which she's okay to live one. Well, after two days, she showed me the pictures of totally clear feet. So it was really blessed for her.
Wow, that's actually impressive. But I guess you had cases that were solved in years, months?
Well, yeah, surely. For example, my own case, I came to this idea of psychosomatics when I was struggling with my allergy. It was killing me every season,
What kind of allergy?
Like ambrosia, birch, some grasses, cats, all this bunch. It came in a package several years ago. And I was struggling to find something apart from giving yourself a shot every season or something like this. And my friend told me, you should take a look at this psychosomatic master. She mentioned the name. It's my teacher, Olga from Odessa. And she said, it's really interesting what she's talking. And I was so skeptical about this, like psychosomatics, really. So we have so many psychologists, and right now we need psychosomatologists to do something with your health.
Yeah,
it was like marketing, for me. But I took another look, and I was catched on this idea. I was really, literally blessed with how far you may go with this. And then I went to learn this thing. I had many, many sessions on my allergy, but it was there. It still was there, year and another year. And I was, even thinking maybe something is wrong with me, because it works for everyone I'm working with, but I cannot help myself. But this year, at this season, well, actually a month ago, I have had really awful episode of this allergy. I was all filled with water, all my face. I can show you the picture, and you cannot believe it might be, you might had relief without any drugs. But something matched, something worked. We found, my colleagues who helped me, because you can never go that far just on your own, because your mind will not let you go into the structure that is...
you can feel trapped. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, because you will go rounds and rounds. Yeah. So something clicked, and at the moment, it just disappeared. And I'm so amazed with how it works. But it took me months, yeah.
And it does sound amazing. And another curiosity of mine is how do you work with the medics, you know, the specialists? Because, I don't know, maybe you got patients that go to, you said a dermatologist, yeah? And he says, okay, you got to take this, you got to do that, you got dry feet, whatever. And then somebody says, okay, I'm going to try this psychosomatics thing. What do the medics say?
Well, I'm definitely not the one to say to someone, please do not do this or do not take those drugs. No, it's not my responsibility, because I'm not the medical therapist. I'm consultant in your mind health, and I can help you to see the roots of the illness, the roots of the symptoms. So whatever works best for a person, if he or she feels calmer using some cream, some drug, I don't think that it might ruin something that you will click in your mind. Yeah, definitely, if you take some hard drugs, like something against depression, something that caused your hormonal system work in another way, it influences. But still, I just need to know it, but we may work with it. It's okay.
You talked about depression. What does this influence generally? What kind of diseases or what kind of symptoms do you see in the medical field, aside from the psychological ones? I mean, maybe you get a digestion problem. I don't know.
In this new German medicine, that is this new way of taking the look of in psychosomatics. In this study, we have this concept of constellations, and the constellation is it would be hard to explain in several words. Let me try. So depression is connected to several traumatic experience that person had in their life, several specific ones. So you should have to look at their past for those ones. But to be honest, I have never personally met the person with depression, so it was not my case yet. So I'm not the expert in this field.
Okay, so you never met actually somebody with the
with the hard depression? No.
With the hard depression?
No.
Yeah, because I was curious if these people have to solve this depression somehow or deal with it before they can treat whatever they have.
I believe they do need help, but what kind of help and at what stage they are, it's really different. So I'm not about to take some more challenging cases before I'm ready to. That's why I'm not working with those traumas like the ones that happened in Bucha, in Irpin, those rapes case or everything like this. Because for this, you should be really much more, you have to have much more expertise in this, and to have that level of your own calmness that would allow you to stay with this client stable, not to go with him on his ways, and not to spoil all of that for them.
Yeah, because then you're drifting.
Sure,
wandering aimlessly.
It takes a bit more experience. Well, not even a bit. So I'm taking those clients I am really capable to help.
Okay, so Valeriia, in the end, I want to know if this is the future of medicine, because I mean the whole holistic picture. You know, looking at every side of the human being to treat something, because I'm seeing this direction right now. We're looking at the mind, we're looking at what we eat, how we live, stress, everything matters. Not just the symptoms. You're not going just to the doctor and he tells you, like I said earlier, take this, you're going to be just fine. It's not that simple to take the magic pill, right?
Yeah, correct, because when you understand that your body and your mind are integrated, and that nothing in your body may function separately. You cannot cure something just with specific pill, because it always has some reason for there to appear this illness. Then you might have this interest to yourself to understand why this happening to you, why your body reacts this way. If it's gonna be the massive flow of the way to treat yourself, well, that's really interesting question. I must say, I don't think so. I don't think that it would be the majority to take this step, because it really takes it takes too much reflection, you know.
And
So-
you think people are not ready for this? Not
well,
everybody.
Not 100%, definitely. So
Okay.
there would be some percentage, and it will grow, because I see that mostly people get more and more interested into the connection of what's happening with their lives and how they cause it, how they may influence it, not directly by hands, yeah, but may it be a mainstream? Well, I don't see it coming in the next decade. That's what I think. But on the other hand, what's happening right now, this war issues, all those transformations, it might brought like another era, another kind of people that are raised right now. So I may be mistaken.
And maybe they're going to think differently.
It depends.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
it depends
We'll
on
see.
what they see and how they think of this. Yeah, how they combine the results of our activities with what caused.
Well, regardless, I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
In the future with your specialization and your mission, because you're on a mission right now.
Thank you.
Since you found the psychosomatics, and I thank you again for being here today with us.
Thank you for invitation.
I-am mulțumit Valeriei că a fost alături de noi și vă mulțumesc și vouă că ne-ați urmărit. Într-adevăr, domeniul acesta al psihosomaticii este foarte vast, nu poate fi acoperit doar într-o jumătate de oră, dar merită studiat, pentru că, așa cum vorbeam și cu Valeriia adineauri, ăsta este viitorul medicinei, să privim cu totul ființa umană și ceea ce înseamnă să fii om. Eu sunt Ciprian Bolan și rămâneți în continuare cu Wow News, că nu e rău așa. La revedere!